Thank you for calling Moving Parts Gaming. I'm Riley, and this is Total War Silesia against the World. Now, if you were with us last time, we were able to conquer Halicarnassus in probably a bloodier battle than it ought to have been. But I mean, what are you gonna do? What else? We saved Antioch, saved Silesia, and are now starting to fill out our infrastructure and prepare to take back Tarsus, and we're making eyes down south at Egypt while they are staring back at us longingly. Now, I believe where we left off, we were in the perfect position to hit end turn and continue on. So let's do that and see what happens next. Some movement from the Greeks. And it looks like a whole lot of nothing. Pontus continues to stare at Sardis. Sardis has two turns left, so we'll have to do something about it at the end of next turn. We've taken minor casualties so far. Nothing too bad, though. Yeah, I'll give them one more end turn to consider their life choices. If not, we will smash them and hopefully be able to cut off their escape. After that, I don't know, we could take Ancyra and Kyra? Ancyra sounds right. I feel like I've heard that name before. Ancyra. We could take Ancyra fairly easily, to be honest. And I think there's one more settlement, like, right over here. Well, that's to think about. That would start to, well, we could kind of move around Pergamum. My guess is, yeah, Pergamum's going to be fairly well reinforced, so I don't want to press that fight if I don't have to. Back over in Antioch, Egypt continues to stare at us. Not sure what they're doing. I'm sure they'll put us under siege the first second we make a move for Tarsus, though. As for you, Mr. Tower Man, I know that... well, I know what I want to do with you.
March!
You right there, drop a tower.
Build tower!
Build tower! I want to leave you with some movement just in case the Armenians show up. Or the rebels decide to start punching above their weight. But I think the next one will probably drop right about there, which is kind of like a pass, or maybe at the... no, I'll drop it closer to the pass. And one more there. We'll grab the units from Hatra and start heading in this direction. That will probably make up our Sidon force, or even Palmyra force. How does population look over here? Small amount of growth. Remember, last time they were basically empty. And I'm guessing same with Damascus, pretty close to the same with Damascus. Over in Antioch, slowly making some progress back. We can retrain a few guys over here with just a bit of loose pocket change that we have left. How do we only have loose pocket change left? Nothing new from Damascus. Antioch's doing its thing. Nothing new from Hatra. Did we look at Silesia yet? I don't think we did. No new news from Susa. Which again, no news is good news because we do have rebels watching that border. And what? Only minor movements from a single person wandering around the desert. We could probably break these guys down and replace them with what, militia hoplites. Yeah, that's probably for the best because they're... and I could break down the Peltasts too. How much are you? Yeah, you're pretty cheap. You're light cavalry. But it's good to have that option. Can I combine you two? Yeah, that's fine. I'll combine you. Are you our new guy? I think you're our new guy. I can break you down because you're fairly expensive. I want to make sure we have money next turn. And I can break you down and replace you two with some militia starting next turn. But you all are looking good at this point. Now we need to keep building up our forces here in Antioch because we can't really leave here without exposing us to Egypt. Can I get you to watch the pass for us?
On my way.
Okay, the pass is empty. They have their city, like, right there. Yeah, I think anything out of Halicarnassus Not really, because we are running low on money. I think this turn's just going to be to build up money, and then next turn we can continue building and continue investing. Diplomatic info. Thrace sides with Germany. Scythia sides with Thrace, which is... that's kind of an unusual one. Normally they fight each other. Then Pontus is with Parthia, which means... I believe that means all of our enemies have allied against us. Unit. Okay, just one levy. Some basic... okay. Some basic construction going on, and then... we recruited a lot of people last turn. Oh yeah, that's right, because of the mercenaries. And then construction. So we should be back in the black next turn. Egypt moving around, still no word about an invasion. Parthia, probably... nope, not going to become your protectorate. Take a hike. And there's Armenia. The Armenia that we knew was out there all alone. Let's see, what does it look like? Is that a full stack? That might just be a full stack. Or just shy of a full stack. Oh, can I pick up? No real mercenaries to pick up. But then again... no, but that would be most of the money we have for this turn.
Move out!
Yeah, this is going to be a tough fight. Yeah, I can bump you up a little bit. Get one more you. Maybe if I pulled out just a few people.
Sir!
Can I get anyone to Hatra this turn? No. Well then in that case we can relieve the siege
My lord!
on Sardis. And of course he runs away.
Sir!
Can we follow it up?
Attack!
We should be in a flexible enough position here. Yeah, we don't have a lot of frontliners here. But we should be in a flexible enough position to take them out. I'm going to back us up with, what,
My
2
lord?
units?
Sir!
Now we should be able to do this. Alright, let's fight, and we should be able to wipe them out. Well, we can pursue him, for sure. Hopefully. Unless he, you know, by the grace of the game, gets bumped all the way back out of our territory. Alright, we want to start on as high of ground as possible. They'll probably do the same. Make up a front line of hoplites pulled thin. I want my Cilicians to be shock troops. I want my Peltasts to also be shock troops. Or I'll probably pull them out to do skirmishing a bit. If I do this, they'll probably charge the archers, which isn't great. Group up, general one back. Let's go. They're not even looking at us. Alright, double time it. Yeah, my guess is that they're probably going to make a beeline for the exit if they can. Are they? Nope, they're lining up. And I want you guys to stop. Yeah, now they're changing their mind. I need you guys to reposition. No, not you guys. You stop. I need hoplites to move position as fast as possible. Actually, both of you guys can reposition. But at this point, I think most of our casualties are going to come in the form... yeah, they're going to see Peltasts as the weak link. And then we're going to charge back at
The
them.
enemy general is running away! This is no way for a leader
Don't let
to
him get away.
behave, but in battle, it is beyond belief!
He does not escape this. Stay on top of him. Peltasts can disengage. Shoot him, shoot him, shoot him.
The gods be praised!
Now we continue this. He
The
does not get
enemy's
away.
hearts are full of fear, and now they flee!
I don't know, hopefully we'll get him. If not, we were just shooting our own guys. Stay on him. You can get him. Come on now. I think they're evenly matched. Oh, wait, maybe, and he got away. His men didn't, though. And hopefully none of them get away. And I'll tell you guys to stop shooting so we don't shoot our own bodyguard.
Orders completed, Commander.
Oh, you're not quite done yet. Keep going.
Quickly.
Two guys over there.
Unleash.
Keep going now.
Go. Unleash. Attack.
No one's left. Stab him. Stab him.
Waiting.
There we go.
Gods be praised. This
Only 33. Well, 33 is a little high. We did have to sacrifice the Pell tests, but I don't like Pell tests. I'm guessing most of our kills came... Well, most of the damage on our guys came from friendly fire anyways. But they likely escaped. Just too bad.
Victory and honor.
Yeah, and my guess is... Did he get jumped all the way back? No. I think he's dead. That's it for him.
Yes, master.
I don't know, I'll move the spy around.
Precision.
Oh, there's that Plonic Heavy Cav we tried to fight earlier. Yeah, I think we actually managed to kill him.
My
In
lord.
that case, let's get back into Sardis to rearm and prepare for our next fight. I don't know how to feel about the whole you're draining experience, because I don't think it has that big of an effect on experience rate. Everyone gets leveled up. How's your growth? It would be nice to get one more unit of spears, but that's probably unrealistic. Alright, so while Silesia is safe, well, we got Parthians running around to our south. They might be making a move for Palmyra, but Palmyra is fairly well guarded. But then again, auto-resolve, you know, plays games with us sometimes. So, Silesia looks fairly safe for now. However, Hatra is in a tough position. We have 19 angry-looking Armenians just to the north of us, with their faction leader too. We have a lot of pointy things to try to put in their way, but they also have a lot of men to get poked at, so... Hopefully we have more pointy things than they have men to get poked. But meanwhile, back in Antioch, we remain in the same standoff. My guess is that now that Sardis is free again, we will hopefully start getting more income. We should probably focus on trying to get archers at some point. Well, we do have a decent number of ranged stuff right now. Either archers or pikes out of Sardis, and then we can take on Pergamum, but not before. But in the meantime, there is Ancyra, and then there's another settlement around here somewhere. I should probably focus on scouting out. Yeah, we'll repair you guys, and then we can decide how we're going to march north. And Damascus is still waiting to level up. More or less uneventful, but we did save Sardis. Let's check more allies. Spain and Britain, which is kind of an uncommon one, and Germany and Gaul, which means all of the barbarian regions of Europe are now at peace, which is weird. Oh, a town grows. Silesia. Silesia gets an upgrade, which means we can keep it at a very high tax rate, because that will give us a whole new set of buildings to build. What else? Recruitment, nothing special. Oh, we have a new general. Oh yeah, we found him earlier. And then the end of turn report. And we slowly accumulate more money. Alright, let's hit intern and see what our next disaster is. That looked weird. Oh, more from Egypt. Maybe they'll finally attack. We tell Egypt to take a hike. Oh, hi, Armenia.
We are surrounded.
So it looks like we have more Pontus coming out west to try to face us. We might put a damper on our expansion plans. Who's a good manager here? Neither of you, technically. Whoa. It's fairly even, but Baldy slightly edges it out as a better commander. In which case, I'm going to grab a few...
My lord.
Basically, all of the mercenaries.
Orders.
And then a few of our shieldy guys. And start heading north to Ancyra. Are there more mercenaries out here? The Thracians are pretty good. That's tempting. As for these guys, we can go out and break them down back into the population to give us a slight boost to
Yes,
Sardis
Strategos.
population.
Forward!
But we want to continue moving in that direction. My guess is that these guys are taking a longer look at Ancyra, but it's a lot of garbage that they're bringing to field. Let's see how bad the Armenian damage is. Oh, and it's a lot of wimpy spear guys, but again, don't underestimate horse archers. No, a few mercenaries. Don't underestimate a faction leader's cavalry. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. It will be interesting to see if we survive that. In the meantime, we do have enough money to grab another pikeman and retrain some general's bodyguard. We're slowly building a good force here. Let's check on Halicarnassus. There's not a whole lot they can do here, especially because we keep draining the money. There's not a whole lot to... We could probably do Asclepios. We could do... Yeah, we might as well do Hephaestus, I guess. I want it to be more of an economical city, but neither of them give us a good bonus to the economy. Because Sardis is so close, I'm going to go with Asclepios. Just because if we need to train anyone, it's a short walk north, where there is a Hephaestus. As for Slacia, we need to continue getting money out of. We could actually bump up your... Well, should we? Yeah. Other places need the help too, so we'll bump up your tax rate just a little bit. I'm thinking at this point if I just like grab a few cavalry
Strategos! My lord!
and maybe a militia or two and just step right outside the city, maybe they'll attack. Because it's not a great army, but at the same time I don't want to have to fight them on open field. Not without more ranged options, and at least 2 units of cavalry. I think we're in a good position to end turn at this point. Yeah, let's hit end turn and see what happens now. Spy continues to head to Ancyra. Some moves from Pontus, and like I thought, they're moving for Ancyra. Maybe we'll be able to hit it right after they take it, which would mean that we get to fight a weakened Pontic force within a settlement.
Moving.
Oh, there's Nicomedia. Isn't that mercenaries? Those are mercenaries. There's Nicomedia, weakly guarded by Pontus, but they do have a larger army that's fairly weak, actually. As for you, I'll move you just a little bit farther up,
Forward!
and then we just wait. We'll let them make the attack on Ancyra and then clean them up. And then we can turn our attention towards Nicomedia.
My lord.
In fact, let's keep heading in that direction. There's Biolazorum. Byzantium, I mean. Still a rebel settlement, but Thrace is looking at it. Armenia, I believe, now has made a huge tear in the countryside. And my guess is that they will attack during the next intern phase. We should probably construct a trader just to get a little bit of income out here. However, I could use more... Do I not have a trader here? Let's do that first, because that is pretty big oversight. And Egypt brought up the rest of its army. That's a full stack.
Sir!
I'll bring you back inside then. So maybe they'll make an attack now with what? 29 units? Normally they don't coordinate their attacks that well. But we do need more money, so I'm going to bump up the tax rate again, just slightly over here. Yeah, I'll do one more, just because we have too many settlements that have been topped, that are still trying to grow their people. It looks like Egypt and Greece have now allied, and the Bruttii and Carthage have declared a ceasefire, so that means we are now the only war going on, I think. Check the other notifications. Pikemen, construction, Zeusis, and then... Yeah. Army upkeep is really eating into our money, so we need to make the best of what we have, and maybe start spending some of that army. Let's end turn, and now Egypt makes an attack. We have view on Pontus and all the stuff Pontus moving around. Now we come down to the actual battle. It's going to be tough, but their infantry is garbage. Their horse archers are scary, but cavalry doesn't get you as far. Well, the AI really struggles to use cavalry effectively in siege battles, so I feel like we can make the most out of our pointy sticks in this case. I would give our odds about 50-50.
This may be a good day to die, but it is a better one to live through. Let us have victory, so we can tell our children tales of Greek courage and honor!
Not a bad
And
speech.
remember this
Oh wait.
above all, the gods are watching from Olympus. Make sure they are not ashamed.
Is it done? Okay. Alright, just like last time in our failed defense of Tarsus, I've grabbed our militia hoplites, our guys with the shortest of the pointy sticks. And this time I have pulled them 3 units deep, and then fairly shallow otherwise. So now they have to, anyone charging through any gap has to push their way through several layers of pointy sticks. And also we have a real general this time, so there should be far less morale penalties like we suffered at Tarsus. I had enough people to plug up each gap with 3, except for the last one, which has 2, but they are having the missile cavalry to back them up. Now, the way I see this going is that they'll break down the doors, then wait. Once every gap is open, they will bum rush the doors, and everyone, except for the general, will charge through. The cav are going to hit the spears and then immediately decide they've made a mistake and run, while the infantry will die en masse. So hopefully that's how it goes. I have my fingers crossed, because it would be nice not to lose the settlement. Bump up the speed just slightly. My computer's going to be struggling just a little bit because it wasn't built to record, but also have several 3D models clipping into each other. It was not built with that. Back to normal speed. Normal speed. Normal. And of course, unfortunately, lag means not all of my button presses go through. Losing a good number of people to Pell tasks, which is unfortunate. Not much we can do about that. I'm basically going to need to keep mashing the stand your ground button the whole battle. Meanwhile, the tower's just taken on units. Twink, 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 twink. Let's see, the main door is open. That door's almost open.
Walls
Okay.
have fallen before the onslaught. Now we must rely on men to be our new wall.
Yeah, we continue. No one's wavering just yet, but we continue to take damage. Alright, now the missile cav. Oh, they've all decided to charge at the same time. We can watch the numbers down there to see if we have any cases of our forces over here are wavering, actually. But they are pushing in. It doesn't look like anyone's made it past the first 2 layers just yet. Do we have any breaks, though? We do over here. I'm going to go ahead and feed the missile cav into here. Of course, they break over here. Do we have more breaks? Yeah, they are breaking down the line at this point. I'm going to need to fall back. This did not go as planned. They just overpowered us. No. Stay away from them. Stay away.
Your general's nerve is broken and he is fleeing from the enemy.
Did we get any breaks on them? Did I just not get any kills on them? Normally that works. Yep, if you can get onto the square, get onto the square. The cav's gonna try to push you off if you're not careful. Let's see if we can't get a few kills on the horse archers at least. We should be able to get kills on horse archers when it comes to spears and heavy cav.
Your gallant general has fallen and caused these troops much heartache.
Yeah, let's just get
Much better
yeah.
to have lived.
I think because the militia hoplites are just too terrible of units, we really should
God
have
should witness such a...
put them all on the put them all down on the town square, and forced them to push into the town square against a huge mass of unbreakable hoplites. That probably would have done a lot better for us. I don't know, I would have liked to have seen how that would have gone, but I don't know. Something to think about if we're ever in this position. Yeah, it's too bad, but not much we can do about it. Barbarian mercenaries are garbage beyond garbage, but we do have better range units than they do, except for the Ponic Heavy Cav. That's scary. Ponic Heavy Cav is scary, but it would be nice if we could take them out if we were able to fight them one at a time.
Yes, Stradago.
We do have the range advantage here, so it might be good to press the attack. Yeah, we should be able to mop these guys up fairly well. I want to kill some Ponic troops, and hopefully take Ancyra, or at the very least, wipe out some of their forces, then live to retreat. I'm starting to think I did not bring enough spears. As for you guys, I don't think they have cavalry, so there's no reason... They're not going to be able to charge us straight off the bat, like cavalry does. In that case, we can line up like this, and not have to worry about friendly fire. And then I want to keep an eye out for their archer. They're coming at least partway to us. Yeah, I want to be in a position just in case... If their archers happen to be out of position, I want to be able to take advantage of that. And then our archers... Yeah, our archers are going to make it so that their spears are going to want to charge us. Who are you? Archers... Their infantry is going to want to stay back, though. And if skirmish mode is active... Why are they falling back? I'll give you a command to run around, at least for now. I went fairly well. But yeah, we want to get their archers out in the open, and then we can pick them off with our cavalry. Their spearmen are going to end up getting pulled into battle with us, because we're going to just keep hitting them with arrows. However, their arrows can also return fire on us, which is a downside. Who can you hit? Can you hit anyone? Yeah, they're fairly open. I want to keep an eye on things, just in case our escape route... Yeah, we can see that as a feigned attack, call it off at the last second. Squeeze through there, and then they're going to want to try to run to avoid us, so we can even try to shepherd them. We'll be able to use their skirmish mode against them, if we're nimble enough. Nope, disengage. Come on. Was that... Okay, that wasn't the general. It looks like they're not quite sure what they want to do. They don't like that I have horses behind them. But they also don't like that my guys are shooting them. Yeah, I don't want to run straight into them if I can help it. I could see what happens if I hit him in the rear. How much farther do they have to run? I still might be able to separate out the archers. I don't know, they're closing pretty fast, though. It's gonna be a photo finish. No it's not. Yeah, that may have been a better place to focus. And yeah, we can get that break and go ahead and clean them up. And I believe if we lost anyone, it was due to friendly fire. Nope, we're continuing this.
Pursue them!
Almost. There we go.
Fit for the gods, a day of triumph to mark with a song or two.
Yeah, so that they got 1 kill. However, we lost 7 people, which means there were 6 counts of friendly fire.
Victory!
I mean, it's fairly unprotected, but yeah, we don't... I'm trying to attack the Ponic forces one at a time instead of letting them pile up on me. Barbarian mercenaries are terrible, though. The Light Cav is good at running down people, and that's about it. Oh, there's a war declared. Oh, the Brudii are back at war with Carthage. Shields and whatever's... okay. Yeah, losing Hatra saved us a decent bit in terms of... army upkeep, but I still would have liked to have kept the settlement instead.
My lord!
And now we have money to invest back into our buildings. Which means we do need to start building pikes, or it would be a good idea to start building pikes over here. Lower that, and then start building that, I guess. Let's check on Sardis. Not a whole lot going on. I'm tempted to send more spears in his direction, but he's pretty far out. Not a whole else going on with him. Halicarnassus is more of the same. Damascus is almost in a position to grow. Almost. Of course, Antioch's finally under siege. However, yeah, depending on when they decide to... where the other guy is standing when they decide to finally call it, it's going to be hard to tell. Is that their faction leader? No, it's not. Captain Ptolemy, though. Royal name. Depending on the number of pikes we have, we might be able to fight this. Or I might just tell them, everyone to stand on the town square and force them to just slog through it. That's also tempting. Silesia continues doing its own thing. It would be nice to start getting pikemen, but we're building up the city first. And we want to keep at least a yellow face there, so we can't do high taxes. And it seems like we just started this turn too, but I think we're in a good position to hit end turn. Pontus is amassing forces on our border again, hoping that they can again move on Antioch. We'll see how well they do, though. Egypt now wants to take Damascus. We're starting to get serious now. Greece wants to talk, probably Protectorate. No, we're okay, thank you, though. At this point, dare I risk it? I'll have the spy come look at him first. Light cavalry, okay. So that's 2 missile cav and one of them's wounded too. And otherwise we have the ranged advantage. Make sure I don't misstep. And he runs away. So we could even... oh wait, no, we're stuck. Yeah, so we're stuck there at least. We could wipe them out pretty quickly, but I don't want to. Because then we're stuck in a settlement, and one of them will come around and fight us. Diplomatic info, Spain's at war with Carthage, which was to be expected. In Julii, on turn something like 15, I don't know, has finally gone to war with Gaul. And Armenia has just allied with Egypt, because I guess they weren't allies already. As for the center of our empire, it looks things are starting to get fairly serious. Family member has Damascus under siege, but I shouldn't take that lightly. He won't be able to press the attack on his own, but that still leaves open the possibility that... Can I bribe you? Do you want to work for me? No. Yeah, I probably don't have enough money for that yet. It's only, well, mostly garbage, but the archers would have been nice. And is that the Punic army just going back up north? I mean, it would be nice if that was true, but again, we know we're the only people at war in this whole game right now. Let's check on the Egyptians. So they have a whole lot of rams. That would make me believe that they are planning on attacking very soon. My guess is that our best bet might be to just make them fight through a massive horde of people on the town square. Nothing new out of Silesia. It would be tempting to order a few... Yeah, let's get a few more hoplite militia just in case. I know that's slowly eating into our income though. And then we are really running out of stuff to do. Hopefully Egypt will fight us. Here we go. Now they're going to open up... Yeah, they're going to end up opening up too many holes in our walls for us to really be able to do anything about it. So it's our chance to have a repeat. But then again, they also don't have a family member commanding them.
This is a day for the histories. Tales of bravery that will be written in the blood of our foes. Await my orders.
And it looks like they blew open our gates anyways with a spy. But yeah, like I was saying, they don't have a family member commanding them this time. Which means they aren't in a very good position. Morale-wise, at least. So this time, I'm not taking any chances, and I'm having everyone line up on the town square. Just to be safe. Again, I followed our normal pattern that always leads to the frame rate crashing, in having 3 groupings of 3 deep, hold fairly wide, and as we can see, our levy pikes, they have the longer of the sticks. Yeah, very nice long sticks these guys have, which means more spears are able to get involved. Yeah, they can go 3 people at least deep. 3 or 4 people deep. 4 people's worth of spears deep before their combat effectiveness really starts to fall. But let's get the frame rate crash going at this point. Because our main door has been blown open, they are going to abandon the rams immediately and charge forward. Some people didn't get the message. But that also gives, well, our towers will have some chance to take shots at them.
Look to the inner defenses! The walls have fallen to the enemy, and the gods have abandoned us!
I'm not too worried about the chariots, because chariots are extremely weak to phalanxes. And now they need to decide which way they want to approach the town square. Generally speaking, town squares can really only be entered onto from the corners, just because of the way pathing works in this game. I mean, you can always force it if you try hard enough, but on its own, the pathfinding will want to enter through one of the corners. I think with the larger ones, you might be able to get in through the middle. I haven't spent enough time looking at the larger ones. If they all decide to come down this way, I'll reposition these guys. But for now, I'm expecting them to go about 50-50. I just took a quick second to mess with a few of the settings, so we do have a few FPS back. Yeah. Another concern of mine is that they will be able to use their ranged units effectively. Yeah, those just look like normal chariots, so we don't need to worry about them at all. What is that green? Oh, that was our highlighting. Okay. I was gonna say, it's like, I haven't seen the screen tear that bad before, that's a bad sign. But, the one thing I'm worried about is that if they manage to use their ranged units effectively. Soon.
The enemy are through the walls! Now we must fight all the harder in our defense!
I should really turn off your fire at will, because you're not going to do any meaningful damage to the chariots here.
On my order. Stand and fight.
Now the thing about chariots is if they touch the end of a phalanx spear, they immediately die. And because these are just normal chariots and not archer chariots, there's nothing they can do to us. At least not from this angle. Yep, and there's the first few go. And again, because I have so many overlapping 3D models, the frame rate's chugging pretty hard. And pretty soon that unit will break. Oh, I think one of them shot the gap between two columns. And that's our first break. And we even have the general coming in. Well, not general, but captain, commander. Captain, right? I believe that's light cavalry. And we have more chariots trying to get in. I think the computer's just generally confused right now. Dare I try to sally out and pick off the slingers? If they get far enough away from the spears, I might be able to pick them off. But not when we have cavalry coming up at the back. Unless it's light cavalry, like I expect. That's still a fight. Still gonna be a fight. One bright side to this is that they do have to defeat us within the time limit, which I normally like to keep on just in case the AI breaks. It's more of a problem in Medieval 2 than anywhere else. Like, I have had sieges in Medieval 2 where you defeat the attackers to the point that they can no longer... They know that they no longer have a chance at defeating you, so they stop pressing the attack. But then you also don't have enough strength to rout the remaining units. So you're just stuck staring at each other, and because they're an AI, are able to stare forever. And again, we can watch the chariots just crash into spears. They'll get the idea eventually. I don't think we've lost anyone yet. 0. Yeah, we haven't lost anyone yet. Looks like our first bit of infantry's finally getting to the front, and it's skirmishers. Maybe they'll try to push in against us. If they're smart, they'll take a position, point blank, and throw. But I'm not convinced they're smart enough to do that. Oh yeah, and we have over here the slingers just charged full force into a prepared line of phalanx. That said, we are taking some fire over here. And someone's figured out how to use a javelin. My guess is that we may have been able to pull whoever had the javelins into combat now. Over here on the left, we have small spears walking into big spears. And the small spears have decided they've had enough and are running for it.
Levy pikemen.
Oh, but it looks like some people have gotten the cheeky idea to try to outflank us.
Forward.
I'll tell some of my guys to reposition real fast. I was considering sending some people out around one of the exit ways to hopefully be able to catch some of the routing units. That might still be an option, but not right now. Yeah, get those spears down just in time. A few bowmen getting a few lucky shots, and it's unfortunate that we have to just let it go like that, but nothing we can do. And it looks like some of our spears are getting outmaneuvered here. Yeah, I'm going to need to grab another unit of pikes and reposition them. I'm trying to keep an eye out for any hostile cav that still might pose a threat to us. And if they're breaking in this direction, I will be glad to send my light cav over to deal with it. And just in time, we can put down our spears over here. Yeah, and your light cav too.
Great God,
Oh wait,
be praised.
we got him.
The enemy general is killed. Fear makes a home in our enemies' hearts.
We need to kill more people just to even out the frame rate. There's still chariots? I thought we killed all the chariots. I mean, they are managing to hit us from the flank. I'll grab the general to try to save the pikemen, because they're hitting us from a bad angle. Yeah, go after them now. Good, very good. You guys still broken? Yeah, you guys are still broken. I didn't say slow down. Oh yeah, and there's the bowman we can go take care of. Looks like they're like have general unit isn't quite done yet, but that's fine. We'll send heavy cav to go wrap them up. And somehow their bowmen are... Oh wait, nope, there they go. Keep going. We're gonna wrap them up. And again, I didn't say you were allowed to stop. You know what, General? Actually, you head all the way out as far as you can go. I think we'll be able to wrap up the rest of this just okay. Same with you. I think it would be okay if you decided to go ahead and go outside for a little bit.
The gods be praised! The enemy's hearts are full of fear, and
No,
now
we're not done.
they flee.
We got the whole Egyptian army here. We're not done. Well, and at most we took maybe 20 casualties? On one unit, that is. And no experience growth, which is impressive. Which, I mean, for me at least highlights how the experience in this game is kind of broken. Because if we have... there's probably 100 casualties. Or 1,000, I mean. They started this battle with 1,000 people. And I find it hard to believe that none of our units got any experience out of this battle when there were 1,000 plus enemy casualties. And yeah, at this point, I really want to make sure that no one escapes. No one is allowed to escape. Not after they sat outside Antioch and made us worry for so long.
The enemy are utterly...
And that's one for the highlights reel. Did we manage to kill the... Yeah, we killed the Norwegian. But yeah, that's right, it wasn't a family member. Which is too bad. Did we get any experience out of that, though? For the General's bodyguard, but no one else. Yeah, I think the experience gaining mechanic isn't really working the way it's supposed to. If you can get, you know... Like here, 400 kills, but no experience gain. But then again, he's also level 2 already. I think it's a matter of, like, kills divided by unit size. Because smaller unit sizes tend to increase experience a lot faster. But I've never been able to find a description of how it's calculated online. And there they move Egyptian reinforcements up to help out one of their family members. Pontus moves, does a bit of a shuffle, and we might see Greece attack Pontus. So, as we look around a bit, we have... Yeah, Egyptian reinforcements to help out their family member over here, though would need to merge if they were actually going to attack. Oh, they still have a few turns to figure that out.
Sir.
As for the diplomat, we can start marching him in the direction of Patra.
Moves depleted, sir.
And we can see just well enough that there's a small garrison there, while the greater Armenian army's right outside. Nothing we want to toy with, though. Silesia is continuing to build up its infrastructure just slightly. Yeah, we should check on this. We could repair the walls, or we could just build new walls. I'll probably just build new walls instead. And then let's merge a few units to repair them. So now we can retrain units and get another unit of pikes. Slowly but surely, we are getting stronger. In the meantime, Halicarnassus can upgrade, which is a great thing to see. Let's go ahead and get the land clearance down first, because we're going to want as much compounding population as possible. Now, up over in Ancyra, if we are able to weaken the forces around Nicomedia enough, Greece might just be able to... We might be able to create just enough of an opportunity for Greece to come along and start a war with Pontus, which would be great for us. And again, we can pursue the Punic forces and hopefully wipe them out. We have the cavalry advantage, but I don't want to underestimate Punic Light Cav. We have the range advantage. If we have enough movement left over, I might be able to send reinforcements down the road to them. That could be one option.
The day has dawned.
Even though it'd be unusual for Missile Cav to charge a ranged unit, I don't want to tempt them or give them the opportunity. Who's their commanding unit? Yeah, Missile Cav. So it may even be in our best interest to try... I don't know, we don't have a very large bodyguard here either, which makes things difficult. Do we have them in range yet? Yeah, we have them in range. How close is... I'm going to instead tell them to stop marching at about here. We might have them beat in terms of range. Yeah, we have them beat in terms of range. I need to make sure everyone is on guard mode so they don't get pulled out of position. You can stop and shoot at whoever. Yeah, I was expecting that break to come sooner or later. Oh, we have Peltasts. I forgot we had Peltasts to worry about. let's just go and mow over the Peltasts, because Peltasts suck. Smash into them and keep hitting. Meanwhile, my archers take shots. Come on, Peltasts, die already. Okay, get out of there. Yeah, and in the meantime, our archers are taking shots at the mounted cav, which is a good thing to do. They might yet decide, yeah, we've done a ton of damage to them. They started with 106, I think? But their mounted, their light cav is falling apart to missile fire. We might even want to move up just slightly so that we can start taking shots at the general's army. Yeah, if you can hit... Let's move up just slightly then. Oh wait, wrong button. Yeah, let's move up just slightly. Because they're hiding in grass up here. Oh wow, that's all that's left of their cavalry. We're getting pretty close to a position where we won't really have to do much to break them. I want to get over the crest of this hill so I don't have to worry about my own range units hitting our guys in the back. But if I push too far, I don't want... Who are you, Peltasts? I could charge the general's cav at this point. I don't want to do that just yet. Who are you, slingers? Yeah, all ranged, focus fire on the general. And we may be able to pull him into a fight, fight our spears if we're lucky. If not, he's not going to put up a fight, and we'll devour him with heavy fire. Oh, almost sneaky there.
The gods have filled the enemy general with fear. Now he flees the field like a coward.
Archers of Krieg. Destroy them, General.
Yeah, at this point, they have no cav left to support. I'm not even sure if they have enough spear strength to put up a fight. It would be nice if I could break the Peltasts with this charge. If not, we could probably just pull through. Because now I'm in a position where I just want to mop up whoever's left. Yeah, and it looks like they're charging now, and broken. I think the Peltasts might be their last unit. There's only so much charging, or only so much running they can do from us. Yeah, I don't want to break them, or I don't want to spend too much time chasing them when there's people too close to the border. I want to... It's more important that no one survives this than that we break them quickly. Go ahead and fast forward, and our archers will take shots at the Peltast. Come on.
The enemy army is in flight.
Oh no, we're not down
Pursue
here.
them. Drive them from the battlefield.
And with all that, they only got 7 kills on us, which amounted to... How did we lose 80 people? Somehow we managed to lose like 80 people, I'm guessing through friendly fire. Because that's what those numbers are telling us, isn't it? Anyone getting experience? Oh, archers. Yeah, archers and bodyguard did. Good for them.
Glorious victory!
I'm gonna spend the rest of my movement going south to Sardis to retrain and rearm and get more spears. Because we're going to need it if we're going to keep pushing towards Ancyra. Actually, I'm gonna hold off on that. I'm gonna hold off on producing more spears for a little bit longer. We're getting very close to being able to upgrade. Once we are past that 2,000 population requirement and get the upgrade, then I won't be so afraid to drain the population. And we'll be able to buy, or we'll be able to construct more buildings that boost our population. But that's what it comes down to. Napoleon was successful because he mastered the art of divide and conquer. And we gotta do the same if we want to survive here. Alright, so let's do a quick recap. Sardis, we're just waiting on 1 or 2 more turns for the population to be high enough that we can upgrade it. Halicarnassus is kind of floating along doing its own thing. We're hoping to be able to get it to be an economical city very soon. Meanwhile, we have an expeditionary force coming back to Sardis because we need more people if we're going to take Ancyra and have any manpower left to possibly move on to Nicomedia, or whatever the Punic city over here is. Meanwhile, we have Punic forces just outside of Tarsus, gathering on our borders, posing a small threat to Antioch. And at the same time, we also have a small Egyptian force right outside to the south of Antioch, but within the doors of Antioch, we're building up a small army that we can then use. I'm planning on using next turn, really, to kick the Egyptians out of Antioch territory, then continue south, and hopefully be able to kick the Egyptians out of Damascus as well. And hopefully once we have the Egyptians back in their own territory, we'll be able to do something about all of the militia we have, and then take our pikemen and take Sidon off them as well. Heading further to the east, we have Armenia. The Armenian army just hanging out outside of Hatra, which they took off of us, which is too bad. It doesn't seem like their army has any plans to move on us at any point soon, which is good because I'm not sure if we would have any answer to it at the moment. And then Cilicia continues to do its own thing. We are slowly building up additional militia units here, just in case there's a return of a greater threat in terms of Parthia and their cataphracts. And better yet, if we finish the militia barracks, we might even be able to field an army to go and take Susa soon, too. Let's go quick down the notifications list. Our guy fighting Pontus out in Turkey has been successful. Spain continues to be... I thought Spain was already at war with Carthage. The rest of Rome is been pulled into war against Gaul. It's more or less to be expected. Cilicia has militia hoplites. And yeah, from our successful defense of Antioch. Yeah, our end of turn report shows that we are gaining about 1,500 before you count in recruitment or construction. So we're starting to head in the right direction. Hopefully we're able to, once we start getting more of the trading posts finished, we'll start to see more gold coming in, which will then translate to bigger armies and more upgrades to cities. So next turn we're going to kick the Egyptians out of Antioch, and then hopefully be able to move on and do the same down in Damascus. We're getting close to being in a position where we can take Ancyra, then immediately turn and take Nicomedia. Meanwhile, we're getting close to also being able to take Tarsus, but we do have a small Punic army in the way. But I think that would be the perfect place to pick up next time. But if you can't wait until then, check out the rest of my channel. I'm always doing some kind of challenge run on a strategy game or an RPG. And until then, stay tuned, and I will see you later. Alright, see ya!